Hello and good evening, and a very warm welcome to you all, whether you're listening live or on the catch-up. Welcome to A Date with a Dinner Set programme 54. I hope you've had a good weekend, and indeed a good week before that. As always, it's the favourite time of the week for sharing our little anecdotes in the chat room. Oh, and listening to some music, and of course, a little bit of coffee. That's always important. So I hope you can hear me this evening. I must apologise if you were in the concert last night. There was one moment where I forgot to pull the microphone in and I was just blabbing away and no one was listening. No one was hearing. Well, he might not be listening as well. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Hiya, Danny. Sorry, I didn't say hello to you last week. Yeah, I'm sorry, Hannah. We'll have to rectify that. Anyway. Weather's been odd, hasn't it? Well, certainly around here. I look at the sort of useless weather app every day, and I think it was for Friday and Saturday. It was just like plastered with rain everywhere, but then it didn't happen. And then like today, what it actually sort of says, it's going to rain soon. It's most bizarre. Good evening, Italy. Nice to see you. Hello, Marion. No, it's definitely not Carousel. We've had the disclaimer about that one. Jill, are you standing in for David tonight with the Blue Whale? It's not that either. Wasn't Burt Bacharach? Right era. Interesting you should mention him. Okay, so you know me, I don't argue with anyone. But in actual fact, we haven't had that one on the programme. A little snippet, not that big, is on a video on the channel. But we have had the correct answer amongst all that, so I'm going to say very well done to Marion. It was indeed the song Soon It's Gonna Rain by Harvey Schmidt from a 1960 musical, The Fantastics. Now, before you all type in, never heard of it. Well, in the same song, in the same musical was the song Try to Remember the Kind of September. And some very lovely music also, but that's one of the main tunes in it. So I thought that was appropriate. That was a lastminute.com decision, as you can see. And it was inspired by the weather because it just kept saying it's going to rain soon, but it didn't. So there we go. So tonight's tie, if you can see it, is by Fornasetti. And down at the bottom, it's got some fish. A bit of a tribute to last night's aquarium, really. Bob, that's just the way I play, my love. I'm afraid everything just morphs into one amalgam. Right, we file that over there. Have a cup of coffee. I think you can see fairly clearly behind me, because I have moved them so you could see, the beautiful flowers that were provided by Daisy D Decor that were in the concert last night. In fact, they were joining in with the concert last night. They were dancing away merrily, but luckily no petals or things fell off them. You know that can happen with plants and flowers, but the vibrations actually make things fall off. It's most bizarre. So anyway, thank you, Daisy, and they are absolutely beautiful, and it's really nice. I love having flowers around. It's really nice to sort of brighten up the room a little more. Oh, brother Mark, you've sussed me. You're absolutely right, chap. That's what tends to happen when I'm sort of learning a song to go into the rep. It has the dots in front of me for a few times until it's hopefully inside. Very well done, yes. On we go. What sport are we talking about? Because I haven't got a clue what's going on. But I'm very glad that whoever it is... Oh, that will be football then, won't it? Because that's the one that has the goals. Yeah, got it. And Mark Turville, that thumbs up in the camera was for you, chap, as to scrapping your answer. Just get back to the kitchen for another snack, I would think. Marionette, yes. We won't take away the point that you gained in round one. Instead, we will give a point to Miles because it was indeed All the Things You Are by Jerome Kern, written in 1939 for the film Very Warm in May. Trouble is, it wasn't, was it? Was it very wet in May or something? Good evening, Egypt. Nice to see you. Football, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Well, let's just hope that they keep scoring goals, whoever one wants to win. Miles, I do remember you talking about Peter Sellers, actually. You're absolutely right. It's a very interesting song, that, from a structural point of view. It's a pretty well perfect song in terms of its structure and the way it works through the keys. And that's why I think it's become a very established jazz standard, because it's very easy to work with, shall we say. Oh dear, are we going to start a football and cricket debate now? We do like a bit of controversy in chat room, don't we? It's lovely. It's really, really nice. So, on to the next song, which I only encountered for the first time about 6 or 7 weeks ago, and I immediately fell in love with it and wanted to research it a little more. So I've done that, and its background. I don't know whether it is known to you, but we'll find out. I think it's a very beautiful song. Excellent, Hannah. Surely good idea. Mark Turville, are you in the chat room still? I wondered if you might know that one because you're very up on musicals. Yes, beautiful song. And there's lots of interesting history to it, but I think I'll tell you straight away what it is. It's actually the title song from the 2003 musical The Light in the Piazza. And as I say, I came across it about 6 weeks ago. The composer, Adam Guettel, and I may have pronounced that incorrectly, this is the interesting bit, I think, is the grandson of Richard Rodgers. And The Light in the Piazza is a very, very good musical. I've read the story, and it's one that I really want to go and see because the music has a certain neo-romantic style to it that sort of borrows, if you like, from opera orchestral music, and in its use of harmony and chromaticisms is really lovely. Yes. So, if you haven't done so already, and you're liking what you're hearing, even if you don't know it, do remember to give it a thumbs up if you would like to. It's always nice to. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you just happened upon me whilst you're multitasking, watching some football or something, and you want to subscribe, then do press that button. And if you want to know when things are going on, press the little bell as well. So, that was The Light in the Piazza. Yes. Yeah, I thought you'd like it, Jill. There you go, you see. Can we talk about pianists, generally? If you were at the concert last night, you'll know that as part of the Carnival of the Animals, one of the movements is the movement called pianists. And you may recall it's the one that starts like that. So I had a message today. I'm not going to say who it's from, not that they're in my chat room. And it sort of vaguely amused me because it said, really enjoyed everything that you and Hannah did. We really loved the Carnival of the Animals, took me back to school days, that sort of thing. But just a bit worried about, the one when you came to pianist, because was it me or were you not together in that one? Well, those of you who know a little bit about Carnival of the Animals will know that there's an instruction in the music that the dueling pianists, be it on two pianos or in our case duetting, the instruction really is to make it sound like an errant student and a teacher playing together. Guess who decided to be the errant student? So that was the reason that Hannah and I were not together on that one. It was deliberate to be not together. But here's the interesting bit of insider info. What is unknown, this is unknown, is whether Hannah and I could actually, could actually play it sensibly and together, because we never tried, let's put it like that. So there we go, there's a little bit of info about that. On to our next song. Possible point for you here, Miles. I just feel the need to reply, Hannah, not for me. It happens naturally to me when we're doing duets. Yes, sorry, Miles. Oh, Barb, yes, it is Dave Brubeck. And then closely followed by Miles. Good. Well, that's good because that's what it's meant. It was Dave Brubeck, and the reason I had the dots up was that I've recently found a decent transcription of what he actually did when that song was written in 1955. And the title of that one is from his sort of early days, and it's on many of the quartet's early albums. The title is The Duke, and he wrote it as a tribute to Duke Ellington, who he much admired, and they actually became great friends later on in the 50s and then the 60s. So that was The Duke by Dave Brubeck. So well done, Barb, there on that one. Miles, you took the anecdote right out of my mouth, chap. That's one of the most interesting things about that. Well done, you were first. It actually came in exactly the same time as Hannah on my screen anyway. It was indeed Ain't Misbehaving. Oh, well done, Daisy. And Marion. Fatswaller, Thomas Fatswaller, that's one of the very interesting things. He was an amazing organist. But of course, he's known for that sort of, he's known for his stride piano. And as you say, Miles, very short life, but incredible amount of music and a phenomenal pianist as well. I would have loved to have heard him play the organ. There aren't that many recordings, I believe. Cool, that's going back a bit, Miles, isn't it? Was that a wax cylinder, chap? Thank you if you made a donation to last night's concert. I know that there have been, let's say, some attempts at donations. The way PayPal works is most peculiar, really. I get email notifications when people have made a request. In other words, it might have accidentally pressed the wrong button to request money. We get those notifications, but it usually takes a good 24 hours before it catches up to say the ones that have actually been received. So if you have made a donation, or even attempted to, thank you very much. Thanks will be forthcoming shortly. Yeah, the safety of distance. I'm ensconced in my little broadcasting house in safety here. Yeah, so that was indeed Ain't Misbehaving from 1929 by the wonderful Thomas Fatswaller. Brother Mark, sorry, I misread that. I read that as just lapping up the wine. I'm sorry, really. Vibes is what you said. Indeed, it's very similar to Killing Me Softly. Very similar, but that it wasn't. Um, we've had that one once on the programme last July or August, I believe, but we also had it, I think, in my New Year's Eve whatnot, if you listen to that. And as soon as some of you started typing in Killing Me Softly, thought, oh, yeah, that's what they said last time. But etc. What? Brother Mark, this is reference back to something you said earlier on. That was the theme from the film Arthur. Indeed, the chorus talks about if you get stuck between the moon and New York City. The subtitle of the song theme from Arthur is Best That You Can Do. And as I say, it was written in 1981. Interestingly, there are 4 credits on the song. And one of them is a chap called Christopher Cross, Chris Cross. Nearly said something else then. How bizarre. But another name that pops up amongst the credits, and I believe that it was mainly his work, Burt Bacharach, who was going out with the lyricist Carol Bayer-Sager at the time, and she's also credited on it. It's one of those songs that behind the scenes there are a lot of arguments about that and who owns what, but it's a really bright, uplifting tune. So depending whatever you want to title it, it was, well, providing it's not Killing Me Softly, because it wasn't, it's either the theme from Arthur or The Best That You Can Do from 1981. So thinking about things going on behind the scenes, I'm not about to give away a load of magician's tricks. But again, this is in response to an email about the concert last night. Do you have somebody controlling all the camera angles? Well, no, it all sort of happens. It's quite amazing what does actually happen in this room. And let's just put it like this, particularly when I have guests performing with me. The things that happen that you don't see on camera, you could write several books about. So, for example, when you're looking at a picture of an animal, a koala or something, there might be something going on in the background. Somebody might be picking their nose or scribbling on an iPad or adjusting something or forgetting the microphone or getting a sip of coffee, all that sort of thing. It's great fun. And Hannah and I could write a book about what went on yesterday evening. So, right, on to the next song. I can't read it, Ian. I can't focus tonight. So, Mark Turville, have you redeemed yourself, chap? Yes, of course. It was Something Stupid, written by a chap called Carson Parkes. And it was written in 1966. And it was first performed by Carson Parkes and his wife. But it was a year later that Frank and daughter Nancy Sinatra made a very famous recording of it. And then I think somebody said, yes, Mark Turville, showing your age, your young age there. Robbie and Nicole, yes. Miles, I agree with you, actually, about Andy Williams, I think. Yes, well done, Hannah and Jill. Because it follows the same melodic pattern, so it just popped into my head. It's amazing what pops into your head when you're playing. It really is. Well, thank you, brother Mark. I do practice my eternal range. I do my vocal warm-ups in the bathroom, don't you know? And then it, no, Daisy. Then it happens. I don't know, because I can't hear how the piano's sounding for you. It's quite interesting, isn't it? How various things happen. But there we go. So we've reached the two-song stage. So we've got two more songs to go. So the next song was written within a year of the one we've just had, Something Stupid. Indeed, Miles, and many others. Hello, Martin. Well, I'm looking forward to listening back to see what you're getting, because there's a lot of comments, but it's very nice tonight, which is good. And indeed, sir, no microphones have changed. This one comes closer to me or further away, or in fact, sometimes forgets to get used at all. So, just before we have our final song, I wanted to say a huge thank you, because she's in the chat room once again, on all of your behalves, wherever you are listening, to my great friend and colleague and partner in pianistic crime, Hannah, for the concert last night. If you've not seen it, can I suggest you jolly well see it? Because it was super duper fun, and lots of exciting things. But another reason that I wish to say thank you to Hannah is, you will recall that in the first half we did works for two pianos, and it was Hannah's videography and editing skills with 3 cameras involved. A lot of work went into those recordings. So thank you again, Hannah, for a truly spectacular evening of fun. Right, I think we better have our last song, don't you? I agree. It is a really, it's got a very melancholy quality to it, hasn't it? It's a bit aching, yearning melody. And that was actually the first song of Michel Legrand's that I was aware of. Put it this way, I'd heard lots of his songs before, but not aware of him as a composer. But when I heard the shape of that, I needed to find out more, and the rest is history, really. But it was indeed the title music from the film The Summer of 42, and then lyrics added to it made it into the standard, The Summer Knows, by the wonderful Michel Legrand from 1971. Hello, Matthew. As always, I've had a wonderful time. I hope you've enjoyed the programme. And in our ever fluid and changing world, whatever the world throws at us this week, or indeed throws out of cabinets, then I do hope that you really take care of yourselves and have a very good week. If you've not seen the concert, please do check it out. It's lots of fun. Thank you so much for being here. As always, you look spectacular and you're not sounding bad either. Hello, Jean. So at that point, I'll say have a great week. Take care. Thank you very much for listening. Good night.